Welcome, Darren.
Thanks, Lisa.
What inspired you to put your name forward as a candidate in this election?
You know what? Some unfinished business that I had left on council. That and just a real love of the community. I've got demonstrated history of public service over 25 years on boards. The Chamber of Commerce, quite frankly, first chair of the Chamber, past chair of the Medicine Hat College Board of Governors. So I mean, my volunteerism knows no bounds, and I really think my banking history and my role as a banker really helped the City of Medicine Hat in the last 4 years with the operational deficit that they ran into.
So you talked a little bit about the experience that you hold, but what other experience is going to assist you in being an effective elected representative in this upcoming term?
You know what? In fairness, I would say balance. I'm a very balanced individual in all my decision making. I don't hold an agenda on any part. I think I've had years of experience in my day job. Quite frankly, I ran foster homes and was involved in the social service side of things. And coupled with 25 years in banking and business, I think it gives me a chance to know both sides of the coin. And realistically, I call myself a fiscal conservative with a social conscience. And what that means is I don't want to pass along debt to our future, but I love a thriving community that's beautiful, and I want to live in that. So that's my piece.
Excellent. So what do you believe are the important issues that are facing our region?
Locally, I think, what we're trying to do, and I can speak from experience now on that, because on City Council, we talk about diversification of industry. And what that means is we need to focus on, in addition to what we have already, what offerings can be made, what are the great things about City of Medicine Hat that can be offered outside to other businesses that can be attracted here. In addition to business recruitment and attraction, we're doing also business development as we speak and looking for opportunities to grow. And our Hydrogen Hub initiative is one of a very highlight that I'd like to talk about. That and the carbon capture storage. We turned a empty, sad liability of an oil well that we used to have and turned it into a potential asset that could really be helpful with our carbon capture. So trying to be innovative and thinking outside the box. And I know those are cliches, but it really is true in what we're trying to achieve.
So how will your election platform benefit and improve the lives of our constituents here?
In fairness, I think I've talked about a state of balance. If you talk about the operational deficit we have, I don't think it can be answered, quite frankly, just by tax increases. This council led the biggest expense control in the history of Medicine Hat. $14.8 million was cut from our budget. That saved the taxpayer. That would be the equivalent of 18.5% increase on taxes. I think the social needs of our community is one that I pay attention to as well. I initiated the recreation master plan to be drawn up to take a look at what we have now into the future. I was actually the architect in terms of a COVID response. I was the architect, spent a weekend thinking, what can we do? And came up with an $8.2 million offering to the City of Medicine Hat that was very strategic in many different areas that council supported. So I think, really what's some of the stuff I've done in the past and really pledged to do in the future is evident and factual.
Good. So what strategies and specific policies would you suggest to address the pillars in the Chamber's Vote Prosperity platform? So those include innovation and competitive strategy, infrastructure development, image and branding, workforce development, and business and financial supports.
So it's funny, and I'm going to read your pillars because they do definitely respond and they really harmonize with what I'm getting at. So in innovation competitive strategy, we clearly are doing that with our major employers, trying to do the carbon capture and hydrogen hub. What we're trying to do also historically with HUD 8 is looking at diversifying our economy. My prior role as chair of the college, we tried to drive different industry in terms of education to our students, and that was an initiative that I was proud to lead. Infrastructure development, quite frankly, I'm proud of the fact that we've got 18 grants from different levels of government that are going on here. So I apologize for the road mishaps, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the Medicine Hat that we're really close to $23 million, I believe, of new money coming to the city of Medicine Hat. That is great. Image and branding, quite frankly, integrity is everything. A beautiful city, a place where you can work, live, play is really important to me as well. My family chose Medicine Hat, and I've given up some opportunities to go elsewhere, but I love this city. Workforce development, worked actually in hand with the chamber on the doctor initiative, where we found that there was a shortage of doctors, and we really worked hand in hand with community partners to drive that initiative, and I had a big presence in that. Business and financial support within the city. That's my mantra, quite frankly. I've been in business for 20 plus years and led as a banker, been a business owner myself, and really do understand the diversification is really needed without giving up and bringing in competitors to our town. I really believe we need to bring business to Medicine Hat that is complementary, one of supply and or customer base, and one that will really drive our economy going forward. So, I was really pleased to read the Vote Prosperity platform. I see myself very much of an advocate in regards to that. I know we didn't get into tax base as well, but I'm pretty proud of the fact that we're showing gradual progress in the reduction of the business tax that we have in this city. It is a balancing act, as you well know, and I'm proud to be involved in that as well.
Thank you, Darren. In conclusion, Art, do you have any other insights, thoughts, perspectives that you'd like to share with the voting public?
Other than I just want to reiterate the fact that I really don't have an agenda. I'm very blessed and proud of the fact that people chose to elect me the last term. I really feel I have more to give. I'm balanced in my approach. I feel I have a fierce integrity, and I really back what I mean. My record speaks for itself in terms of community involvement, and I'm really passionate for the city of Medicine Hat and looking for greater things to come.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today, Darren.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. I appreciate it.